YouTube. This video was like a different setup. It's in the car. Because I was like I wanted to make a YouTube video, and then I was like thinking, where could I make the YouTube video? Because I've got gardeners in the garden, so I couldn't go in the garden. And I don't like making YouTube videos in the house when my parents are in, because I don't like feel comfortable making YouTube videos in front of people. So I was thinking about going out, but like I was like thinking like, where could I make it? I was thinking, because obviously like I like to go to the graveyard a lot, but obviously I'm not going to make a YouTube video in the graveyard, because that's disrespectful for people's families, and for just like it's just not a thing what you would do. And also like because I like visiting my sister and that, so I was like, what I was gonna do, because like near the graveyard there's like this like woods area, so I was thinking about making it in there. But sometimes you do get like bad teenagers that like do drugs and that, so I didn't really want to make it in there. And then I was thinking I could like do it in like, we've got like this place called like a Red Circle. Oh no, I hope they're not gonna get in the video. Oh god. Oh well. I don't like people like in the background in my video, because like for their privacy and that. But anyway, I'll try and like I'll go like that so he's not in the video for his privacy. But anyway, I was like thinking I could like do it like at the Red Circle, but people might like walk past, and like I say, I don't like making YouTube videos in front of people. But anyway, this video is gonna be about like my experience at college yesterday. It has been very hard for us to decide whether or not to like go or not. But people were like saying to us, try it. So I tried it. Also, before I get into this, there was some people that I can't believe this has happened, but my mum had said to us, she came in, I think it might have been Sunday, or it might have been Saturday, or it might have been sometime last week. She got two messages of two different people on Facebook saying, what is wrong with Kirsty? Why can't she decide whether she wants to go to college? 1 minute she posts on Facebook she wants to go to college. Next minute she's like saying, should I go to college or not? What's it got to do with you? Seriously, it's my Facebook. I can post whatever I want. My parents don't have a problem with it. So my mum had posted a big status on Facebook saying, stop messaging us, screenshotting my daughter's posts and texting us, because a lot of our friends do screenshot my posts and text my mum them. And my mum just wishes people would stop doing that. Even if me and my mum had a fallout and I put on Facebook, oh, I'm sick of my mum or something, people screenshot my post and then send it to my mum. Oh, I don't know why people do that, because obviously my mum's going to see it, and my dad, because I'm friends with them. They don't have a problem with that post either. So that's what she says to them, because I've had so much like people being saying horrible stuff about us and that. And yeah, I do get like moody and that, but I am a nice person and I am really caring and that, and I have actually helped a few people with like depression and that, and I do really like to help my friends and that. But anyway, getting into this video, like getting into my story and that, I went to college on Monday, which was yesterday. I met my best friend and we went, I don't like the fact that he's in my video, because like I'm frightened in case like, I know he probably doesn't watch my videos, but like if someone knows him and then says, oh, by the way, I've noticed you in a video, and then I'll get told off by it, because I know some people, some of my like mum's friends like they say stuff and that, and I wish they wouldn't. But anyway, so I met my best friend at college, and we were like talking, and I met some other friends as well, and we were talking. And then I had a few tears. So my best friend was like, "It's fine, don't panic." And it was horrible because they had like police officers at the door, a policeman at the door, saying stand behind that line. That I was like, really? I was like, you're going over the top. Like, yeah, there's a virus, but people are going way over the top. It's been more exaggerated. It's been exaggerated and that. Like, they had swine flu and that, and people were dying from that. And they didn't have any of these stupid rules and that. It's just a way to control you. And a lot of people are starting to wake up now with it. And realising it's just to control you. So I went into class. Everyone was sitting together, like you do. You sit with your friends and that. And then my learning support came in and said to everybody, what you're not meant to be sitting together, what you're doing and that. And then she says to me, "Kirsty, move now." And I ignored her, and then I just got up and said to my best friend, "Sorry, I'm leaving." So then my best friend said to us, "I'll have a private word outside with you." So he took us outside, and my learning support followed us. And then one of the managers says to me, and Zach, "Where do you think you two are going?" And then she says, "Oh, you're with the learning support, that's fine." And then I says to Zach, I didn't mean to say the name. I says to my best friend, because I don't like saying like people's names in my YouTube video for their privacy. So if my best friend's watching this, my apologies. But anyway, I'm not going to mention anyone's names for their privacy. That was just a mistake, because normally when I talk about it, I say that like the names and that, but that was a mistake. But anyways, when I was taught, so I was like saying, I don't want to be here, like it's too much, people are going over the top. And then my learning support was like, just try it and that, just get in the class. I was like, no, because you're being really bossy and that. So my learning support says, right, I just tell the teacher you're not coming back. I says, okay. So I rang my mum to pick us up. And then when I went home, I got a message off my best friend saying the teacher says we're allowed to like be together and that. Because what happened was, is like the class was like, "Where's Kirsty?" And then my learning support explained why I left, because of her being bossy and that. And then so the teacher says, well, actually you're allowed to be together in class and that. So I came back to college, and then I was totally fine in that. But because I'm 19, I decided, no, I got in the lift, and then this other teacher said it was, "Why are you not in class?" I says, "Because I'm coming back, I just walked out." She said it was, why did you walk out? I says, "Because people are going over the top with all this stupid rules and that." And I says, "I understand, like some people might want a social distance, and that's fine. Well, even though it's wrong to do, and it's just a way to control you, but some people feel comfortable doing that." So I was like, I will with people that feel comfortable, but I says to her, I am not social distancing from my best friend. We've been together loads, we've hugged a lot. And then she was just like saying it was, well, it's not up to you, you've got to think of other people. I says, well, maybe my best friend's fine with it. And then I says, and the teacher says it's fine. And then she just said, get yourself into class. And I used to like her as well. I used to be one of her favourite students, but I think she's probably gone off us now. And then I went back to class, and then you can either you're not allowed to be in corridors in the college now. They're way over the top. You can't stand around corridors. You've either got to be in the class, or you got to leave the class. Leave the college. And then my learning support was being proper bossy, saying, I think it's best if you stay in the class. I says to her, no. I says, I'm having my break outside. and she says, I think it'll be safe if you just have your break in the class. I says, no, I'm not. She says, will you be safe? I says, no, it's not up to you. I'm an adult, I can decide what for myself. Oh, there's people coming in the city. I hope they're not watching this. And then I says to her, and then so we had break outside, and then because I'm 19 now, I don't have to, who's that? Is he going to my house? I'll lose touch. I just want to see. Oh no, he's going to someone else's house. I was like saying to him, because I'm 19, you get a choice whether you go to college. Whether you do maths and English. So I said to the teacher, I'm 19, I've decided I'm not doing maths and English. So she said, okay, go and sit in your class. And then the teacher said to us, you can play on your phone, you can colour in if you want. So like I was just playing on my phone, and then the teacher says you just can go home on a normal days, but because it's the first day, she wanted us to just stay and get used to college and that again. So I says I'll do that. And I wanted to, because I wasn't keen at college, because it's too much change and it's gone far too over the top. So I always wanted to have my dinner with my best friend and talk to him about that. And then my teacher came up and said, well, learning support was going to book a taxi for us to go home. I says, no, I don't want that. I want to stay into college. And I explained why. She says, okay, that's fine. And then my learning support came up and said to us, you're going to have to go home. I says, no, I'm not. She says, but you've got no lessons. I says, I'm staying at college. I says, I'd rather stay at college. And then she says to us, well, you can't for the virus. I says, well, the teacher says I can. She says, well, you can't. And then I says to her, well, would it make you feel comfortable if I stay outside of the building? She says, no, you're not doing that. She says, because you're not being on your own. I says, I'm 19 years old, I'm an adult. She says to us, it's college rules, it's not. And then I rang my dad. I says to her, I says to my dad, can you pick us up? She says, my dad was like, why? I says, because I'm getting forced to go home. And then my learning support says, no, you're not, it's because you've got no lessons. I says to her, I've said to you that I wanted to stay at college and you wouldn't let us. And I says I would leave the building. And she was like, and then she says to us, give us your phone, I'll speak to your dad. I says, no, you're not. And then I walked outside. I was walking outside. She followed us. She went in the lift with us and everything. I says to her, I'm 19, I'm an adult, I don't need taken to my dad. And then she took us to my dad. I says to her, why are you doing this? I'm an adult. She just treats everybody like a child. And then I says to my dad, I'm not coming back here. And then I says I've been getting controlled all day. And then she came up to my dad and said to him in the car, the only reason why I said she had to go home is because she has no lessons and I didn't want her being outside because of the weather. I says to my dad, that's not that at all. Yeah, I've got no lessons, but she says I couldn't stay outside because I'd be on my own. And then she's so bossy. She thinks she can control everyone, and she treats everyone like a child. Because she patronises you as well. She says to you, well done for doing that. Because she says to us, well done for coming back. I was like in my head, I'm an adult, you don't need to say that to us. And I was going to put a complaint in about her online, but you had to speak to her you had to speak to the manager face to face. And I don't want to do that because sometimes I've got a feeling the manager would have a go at us. So yeah, I was meant to speak to her today, so it does feel really strange we're not going to college and that, because like I've been seeing my best friend every day since school. Like I met my best friend when I was 9, it's school, and we've been together every day ever since, like school, college. I've been to college for 2 years. But I went over to my best friend's house yesterday because after college he wanted us to come over, and we had a talk, and he says I'll still see him, obviously, like, because I normally go over Saturdays if he's not busy. And he says, like, some college nights I go over to his. But it was horrible, like, before I always, like, we always hug each other before I go home. But, like, we were, we gave each other a hug, and then I was in tears. And then, so, he gave us a bigger hug, and he was like making sure I was fine in that, and he says we'll still see each other, but it's horrible. And I'm really angry with that learning support, because, like, if I had my other learning support that left, she would say to us, you can either, she would say to us, you don't have any lessons, so you can go home if you want, but you can. And then if I said I want to stay at college, she would be like, that's fine. But this learning support, which I'm not going to mention her name, she's really bossy. She controls you, and she treats you like a child. Like, another one of my friends was going to leave because of her. She's horrible. She says that people with disabilities have got to stay together, like, can't mix with other people, and that's just horrible. And I hope, to be honest, I hope she's watching this video. And I'm not bothered if I get into trouble for it, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just saying my experience. I'm not mentioning names for their privacy. I could have mentioned names, but I'm not. But it's just horrible. I am, like, in this wellness, I'm meant to have a red badge, because when you're 19, you're meant to have a red badge. I got given a purple badge for student again. It's just ridiculous, and they keep forgetting my age. And as well as this learning support, when I told her about my online friend and that we like each other, she just kept saying, does your parents know? Do your parents know? I says, yes, but what's it got to do with you? I was like, I'm an adult, it's my choice. And then she thought I was, like, about either 16, 17 or 18. But even if I was 18, I'm still an adult. Because you're an adult when you're 18. I'm just fed up with her. I'm pleased I don't get to see her again. But that's it for this video. Bye.